Just wanted to make a quick video and touch base on Jeff Snyder's one of the videos he did here recently. He was telling how a lot of the stuff we're seeing over in Ukraine. Okay, we're seeing a lot of tanks blowing up and a lot of stuff blowing up, a lot of cars, a lot of stuff on fire. Uh, a lot of this stuff, if not almost all of this stuff, is happening uh, from the plasma coming down in and literally blowing stuff up. It happens on certain parts of the world first. It happens stronger in certain parts of the world at different latitudes. The strength will increase or decrease. There's a lot of variances that play in this. That's why Jeff's getting plasma electricity out there, and we're not getting anything here on the East Coast. We don't ever get any of that stuff for a couple of reasons. One being out there, the ground structure has more crystalline layers, which allows for more piezo discharges, which would be your lights in the sky. The piezo lighters, the little clicky ones, that's a piezo crystal. It's a crystal. Once it gets vibrated, or they make it vibrate somehow, and they use the energy from that crystal. But anyways, these crystals produce energy. So when the ground starts flicking these things, they increase the power of earthquakes. They make lights. They make UFOs that people think that are UFOs, and they create fires, and they create ground lightning. And we have wicked ground lightning coming. Bad ground lightning coming. It's starting already. So the stuff that's happening over there, this is how they're gonna do it, and this has been well documented, and everything that they've documented up to this point has come true. They're gonna gauge the war by this event that's happening. Okay. The whole point is to make the event coincide with the alien invasion, which is supposed to unite the world under the New World Order. Okay? Remember Ronald Reagan said it would take that one thing that would bring everybody together. Could you imagine? It would take aliens to invade. Okay, now what's ramping up? UFOs. What's being disclosed? UFOs. Okay, they go together. The stuff that's going on over in the war, okay? This is going to escalate, okay? We're going to see bigger explosions. We're going to see more explosions. And we're going to see more fires out west. It's going to get worse. The tornadic activity in the Midwest is going to get real bad. It's already happening. Look at the storms we've got now, guys. Right now, okay? This is going to get worse. It's going to be bad this summer, okay? I can usually pause this thing. Not let me this time. But anyways, so, basically what's going to happen is when the event happens, they're going to say that it's nuclear weapons. Because they know where it's going to happen. They know all this stuff. They've hidden this stuff for years, And then when it gets real bad, it'll happen in stages, I'm sure, guys. I'm sure it's not going to just be one pop, and then done. No, it's going to happen in stages because there's stages that happen prior to it, okay? Our days are shorter. We're missing actual daylight. And this will continue to grow shorter. Our crops will fail to grow. Our cattle and our animals and stuff will suffer as a consequence. Our DNA will suffer as a consequence. We will have more sicknesses for us. It'll just be more. And this is what happens when we have more pressure in our world and things start coming to an end. We are plasma. It's the first thing they take out of our blood when we give blood. Well, one of the first things. Okay, so I'm getting off track. Things are... when the whole thing happens, they're going to say, well, before it happens, we're going to have 3 days of darkness. And that gets me back to the shortening of days. I wanted to think about how I wanted to say this. The days will continue to get shorter, and it will be recognizable until eventually, around a Thanksgiving time-ish, around that area of the year when this will take place, this will be a warning to us, guys, okay? There will be 3 days of darkness, blackness. I can show you the blackness that will ensue us. I will make a video of this, and I will show you. That stuff that came down in Alaska, that was a long plasma branch or arm reaching in to this earth. That's why they sent rockets right up there, jets right up there immediately. They don't want anybody. They had to do something. You know, they can blame it on UFOs now, right? They sent jets up to it. So, anyways, God, I digress. I get so off topic that it's crazy. It will eventually lead to 3 days of darkness, and that's when, you know, that real thick darkness will come through, where you won't be able to see your hand before your face that the Bible talks about before the rapture. Okay. This will be our warning. We will have a brief time after that, till about Christmas time. December 30th is when this usually happens. They've looked back through rings and trees and magnetic data and in the oceans, and this happens literally on a. It's just like somebody's on a switch. Like it's cyclic, or however you say that. I can never say that word. And this is what Christmas is about, and this is what the 4th of July is about. Them noises you hear at the 4th of July are what we're going to hear during the plasma event. Okay? The Christmas tree, that big star on top of it, it's not about Satan or Jesus Christ. That's about Ezekiel's will in the sky. We're going to see that. We're going to see the real sky when this happens. And they've been trying to tell us this stuff through little subtleties forever that some of us picked up on and some of us just didn't because we didn't have time. It's not your fault. You know, and it sounds crazy, but it's not crazy, guys. It's you look outside. Look what's happening. Look what's happening. The evidence is there. This is that old story about the guy on the roof with the water. And he wants to be saved, and a guy comes up on the boat, and the guy says, hop in the boat, and the guy says, no, I'm waiting for Jesus to save me. You know? The guy says, okay, have a good one. He takes off. You know, another guy comes up. If you haven't heard the story before, another guy comes up. The guy's on the roof. There's a flood, and get in the boat, dude. We got an extra room. He says, no, you know, I have faith in Jesus. He's going to save me, you know? The boat takes off, well, the guy drowned. If you don't get the moral of the story, then you're probably not laying down what I'm smelling in general. But they don't want any of us knowing this, guys. If any of us knew this information, none of us would work. They wouldn't have the money to put their bunkers in the ground. All the Tyson recalls and all the bird flu and all that chicken stuff, that's all fake. All that food's gone in the bunkers for them. So we can starve and not be able to fend for ourselves. We can't even afford to put a bunker. You know, they're not going to get away with it anyways. You can't be in a bunker. Because with what we got coming, it's going to shake the ground, and it's going to start liquefaction. All the dirt is going to turn to mud, and that's how you get your buildings that sink in the mud that they call the mud flood. That's how the earth angels wound up going down in the ground even further and further. It's just life. It's how it is. It's how it is. It's been documented in all the caves with all the squatter man and all the Z-pinch plasma evidence in the sky that match all the stuff that has been done in laboratories. It is self-evident at this point that it's going to happen. And to get back to it, so basically what's going to happen, like Jeff said, you know, this is all a plan. This is all part of the plan. So all the stuff that's going on over there across, don't feed into it, guys. Don't feed into it. Let them just do whatever. It's all media. I don't care what you're seeing on the computer. I don't care what you're seeing on your phone. It's all fake. If you can't figure out that the world is fake yet, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Yes, it sounds sad that people are getting bombed with gas and stuff, but they don't do that, dude. They just get you on a train and they shoot you. They got some sick dude that'll take $1,000,000. Just what same thing they did to the Jews. Just back then they didn't lie it like they do and make it all spectacular. No, they don't. They didn't gas nobody over there. They're not using no gas weapons. If there's that many people missing over there, it's because they damn straight shot them, put them on a train, and got rid of them. You know, they make this world so spectacular. Everything is a movie. And that's the problem with the world. They've got everybody thinking they're in a movie because of these things. I love the interaction that I have with this, but this right here is probably the worst thing ever to mankind. Right here. Me. Doing what I'm doing. Being stupid. But trying to help. It's not helping. It is helping, but it's not. Anyway, getting off track. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's when the whole thing's going to happen, and that's when World War III will be at its height, and that's when the nuclear war will happen. They may say that they use nuclear weapons a little bit here and there up to that point, but just believe me, I would bet my life on it. My life ain't worth a lot, but it's worth a lot to me. I don't want to die right off. I would be willing to bet that it's from the sky. It's plasma blowing up stuff. They might blow up a few things here and there just to, make sure that, hey, a good con still has to lube his wheels a little bit here and there, to pull it off. You can't have a lie without having to do a little something to keep that lie going. And it's unfortunate that the people just keep feeding into everything because, well, not really. Not really. I know that I think about it. It's a pretty selfish way of thinking about things because you want to get technical. This could be the best thing that could happen to any of us. Because we're going to go from a negative era to a positive era after this. But just wanted to share that because you ain't gotta. And again, like I said this every video, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to. I'm not telling anybody to do anything, and I'm not demanding anything. I'm not even asking. The only thing I am asking is do a little research and stay open-minded. Think about why they charge us taxes. Think about why they take our kids. Most of you don't know about the 1666 Proof of Life Act, how they deem us dead at birth, and how you are cattle registered with a birth certificate, and they take your soul. That's why they give them a footprint on that piece of paper. When you're a baby, they take your soul. You're born dead born. You're dead at birth. Different story. Anyways, this world is not what they tell us at all, not one bit. And I just wanted to share something else really quickly. I put it in the community section. I posted this picture I drew a few times. This is what I feel the world is. This is our world. This would be Earth. That's basically I've had this in my dreams a lot. And it's not like this. It would be this one with another one on top of it, and it would look like bed springs meeting. So it'd be a cone going down that way, and a cone coming up this way, a cone coming down that way, and it's just a never-ending pattern like that. Just wanted to share. Anybody has any credence or has seen anything like that before, let me know, please, because this is stuff I draw out of my head, stuff that I get. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and pretty soon, next couple weeks, going to be a totally different place. We're going to be off grid, so that'll be interesting. Take care.